tell us about your podcast, Strip by Sia, and how did you get this
Mhm.
started?
Yeah, well, gosh, I mean, by this time now it's been almost 3 years since I started the show.
Wow.
And yeah, which is crazy to me. And that's been like consecutively every single week, have not really taken a break
Hmm.
at all, but it's been fun. And basically that started back in 2019 in the summer when I was working at the club.
Hmm.
And one of my regulars there kind of just made a statement and was like, "Oh yeah, strippers are really cool people. Like a lot of you guys are just like, are influencers and you have tens of thousands of followers and you all lead such interesting lives out of the club." And I was like, "Yeah, like we do. That's really interesting." Yeah, you hit it right on the head. Like that is correct. And then
Yep.
I already knew that I wanted to do a podcast because I'm a big like avid podcast listener. I'm kind of a nerd like that. But
That
uh,
makes one of us. But go ahead.
yeah, so I was like, "Oh, well, this is really interesting." And I have a lot of people and friends in the industry, and I'm going to do a show on this. And then 2 weeks later, the first episode came out. Yeah, I guess the rest is history.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
You got me by a year. I've done a little over 2 years now.
Wow.
So, who have been your most memorable guests so far?
Oh my gosh. There's been so many. Bruce, I've done over 150 episodes now, so it's
Hmm.
hard to choose, but there's definitely people that have come to mind, and really just depends on the topic as well.
Hmm.
But Dr. Raven Bowen, she is the CEO of National Ugly Mugs, which is like a nonprofit organization based in the UK that helps benefit sex workers. And
Okay.
we did a really cool episode on work balance and duality. So,
Hmm.
much like myself, as I mentioned earlier, I balance sex work out with some vanilla or civilian work. So it was really
Hmm.
cool to have that conversation and just talk about the research she's done in the field, and just to know that I'm not alone in this.
Right. Right.
Because a lot of people, they can look down at people that have civilian jobs too, and like, "Oh, you're not doing this full time, that means you're not really taking this seriously."
Hmm.
And that is not really the case for anyone,
Sure.
or for other people. So
Sure.
yeah, Dr. Rainbow was definitely one of my favorite people that I've interviewed.